breakers. I think this is going to be a crude copy, but this is just has this right here. This next page I just clicked on. Hopefully it'll take a second. This website is such crap, actually. God. to essentially his name. The is his name. Back in 1911, it was the progressive Republicans that got the charter convention going. It was the chieftain, the progressive Republicans. These Republicans are progressive. To increase our incomes, he had to increase the market share, trying to increase the. What part of these things is anti-American? He says part of this is anti-capitalist. Is that even dream? So I still have a problem with the laws. They said Ed Brown said at this, Latino Chamber of Commerce. So Ed Brown. Okay, it's been a pleasure to be on City Council, work with colleagues with different backgrounds. We're moving forward. We're moving Pueblo forward. We got some jobs. We're looking. He says nothing. He said nothing. So we got some new jobs. We're looking to get more. We're moving forward. What are you saying, Ed? You're not saying anything. He's just standing around bullshitting. He's not telling anybody anything because he doesn't. He's a horrible politician. Hasn't been reached. He's extraordinarily quiet. I have no idea what he believes. He doesn't represent anything. He represents nothing. He represents incumbency. He represents, let's just keep the things the same just for the fuck of it. Let's just keep everything the same just cuz. Why should we vote for Ed Brown? Because he's already in there. So fuck it. Let's just keep him in there. No, why don't we have a diversity of opinion? Why don't we get with somebody that's vibrant and's got brand new ideas and bold new ideas and that genuinely gives a damn? Why don't we do that? Why don't we go the new direction? Because the fact that the chieftain is doubling down. I talked to Peter Roper. He pretended not to hear me first time I mentioned him, and then I specifically said his name, and then he was like, "Oh, I got to go write this thing." So Peter Roper. I knew he's going to be. Let's read it first, okay? So, retired firefighter, they're really, amping that part up. So, Ed Brown, Josh Bruns, Tuesday, fundamental issues, street repair, utility. So, let's see. Josh Bruns believe in direct democracy. Oh, so they said representative democracy. His ideas for direct democracy threaten the representative democracy. He's running for city council. That's a good example of a representative democracy. He's using the representative democracy. He is the voice for the people because he truly believes in direct democracy, but he's using the current system of representative democracy in order to bring the power to the people, the American people. So how is that anti-American to increase the power for the American people who live in Pueblo City? It's not. The chieftain's a bunch of liars. They're liars. Don't believe the lies. So direct democracy, community oversight groups for make many local economic and government decisions. So that's basically his main point. Direct democracy, community oversight groups. He'll say it over and over again. Now they keep on using this. I don't know why Peter Roper says it like this. Is this Pedco? Why is he saying Pedco is a half-cent sales tax revenue to bring a grocery store to the east side? Because that's Pedco. He wants to say Pedco without saying Pedco. And look, all I did was highlight those words, and this stupid thing always opens up. aproductmsg.com. God, they're a dinosaur out here. I'll give them one thing. I'm glad they don't have a paywall, but this is just okay. So the half-cent sales tax revenue to bring a grocery store. The half-cent sales tax is called Pedco, and they're supposed to economically develop Pueblo City, but they're against giving grocery stores or pharmacies to the neighborhood. So they only will invest in Walmarts and outside groups, but nobody on the inside, and they won't get us a grocery store. They got $60 million, so they only have $60 million. That's not enough. That's actually way too much, for a grocery store. That would be like we could construct our own Walmart. We could start our own franchise with $60 million. Could you imagine if we actually started up our own companies with $60 million? God, I bet you Pedco's so corrupt it's not even funny. So, the Brun said community ought to be developing a self-sustaining economy. Oh, no, he did that. I thought he said Brown. So they're both BR, right? People might go in there and vote for Brown. Those old people vote for Brown might slip, and they said, what, Brown or Bruns? I think it was Bruns. Okay. So, yes, he said the community ought to be developed self-sustaining economy with new ideas. Absolutely. High-intensity gardening. Why would we not do this? Victory garden, that's like World War II. When we're all united. When we're all together. Traditional business subsidies are not empowering people. He's absolutely right. Brown pointed out that unless city voters change the half-cent ordinance, that money can't be spent to recruit a retail store. And the question of a strong mayor, Bruns charged the current ballot question was behind closed doors and doesn't reflect community. If the people decide to do this, they can write it, he said. Brown said he'd become convinced that Colorado Springs was having success with its switch to, Brown said he'd become convinced. I'm convinced there would be checks and balances. God. Brown said he was supporting question 300, the public safety question that proposes a quarter-cent sales tax for hiding more police and creates an advisory panel to ensure the money is being spent on a long list of targeted purposes. I'm supportive because it's riddled with community oversight. Brown was back in question 2B, the council's, the 24 COP. We got a lot of discussion. Brown supports the creation of a street repair utility because the city's been spending only $600,000 a year. The proposed utility would bill homeowners $1 a month. The repair fund about $4 million a year. So this is all the stuff that the chieftain already knows. So the editorial board basically just took these two things, and I know that these two things they know for sure because they wrote it, and this is what they're telling the public. But I'm sure they know a lot more. So he's in favor of the street repair utility. He says the city already had enough money in the budget, and he was opposed to the street repair utility on whether the Pueblo Economic Development Corp is effective in recruiting new jobs. Brown said he supported it. Brun said it needed community oversight. Pedco. Okay, no, wait a second. Now I'm thinking Pedco and that half cents. What's it? God. I wonder if I am messing the thing up. I feel like that half cent. What the fuck is that half cent for new jobs? Is that not Pedco? I'll be honest, I don't 100% know what Pedco is. But I remember that they were talking about that half cent, and I was thinking that half cent sentence was also Pedco too, because he keeps saying it. The half cent sales tax to bring a grocery store. The half cent sales tax revenue to bring a grocery store. What is that half cent sales for? Infrastructure, but not grocery? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Grocery is infrastructure. We need